Good morning from Cross Country Garage. Kevin checking in from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. This morning we're working on the 27 tall t-coupe, and I decided to do a little dashboard upgrade. Let me grab actually the old one that I started modifying, and I'll show you what we're doing here. Sorry for the close-ups, don't want to scare you. Anyway, this is besides the speed holes, which I added, which I think are pretty cool, this is a stock Model T dash. Very drab, if you ask me. Not much character, and I don't like how the curvature is. It just, I like stuff that flows left to right and, you know, has centers and everything else, you know. But what we're going to be working with is a 1931 Chevy dashboard from, I believe, possibly a sedan or whatnot. Now these dashboards are a little bit wider, and I threw away the pieces, but I had to shave it down on either side, and I got it to fit real nice. The only difference here is this top rail is it has the same curvature as this, but you can see this one's a lot thicker. That'll be one of the other modifications I'm going to be doing. Now we're going to be running a excuse my mess here. We're going to be running a supercharger. So we got this pretty cool pressure gauge from Stuart Warner. We're going to be running this tapped into the below the blower in the intake area to read boost, and then we have some Stuart Warner 2 5/8 gauges as well, water temperature. I got the oil, and then not decided yet what I'm going to do. I might run the fuel pressure on the gauge, on the dash, or possibly a yeah, it's in the box, kind of lame, fuel level gauge. Now here's the thing. Without a isolator, you really should not run a pressure gauge in the cab of your car. What the isolator does is it mounts on the firewall outside of your cabin area, and the fuel pressure goes up to that isolator, and then the isolator hooks up to the gauge, which is just uses liquid to sense the pressure. Much safer, because if something happens with the line to the gauge, you don't have gasoline dripping inside your dashboard. I think I'm talking myself out of putting a fuel pressure gauge inside the car. How's that sound? What else? There's other stuff going on the dash, but that's not why I wanted to clue you all in. Now these holes are obviously all different. They're from 1931, and there wasn't you know, Stuart Warner gauges going in this directly back then, so they had their own sizing. So you could open it up one of two ways. Use one of these and grind the bejesus out of this thing and probably suffer ear damage after you're done. Or you can use a hole saw. Well, a hole saw uses a pilot drill, and how the heck would you do that? So what I do is I bolted a block of wood back here, And let me backtrack for you guys a little bit. Grab some of the tools here. So this gauge, I know I wanted it to end up right around here. So I got it there. I traced it and everything just to make sure I gave myself enough room between the next gauge, and I'm pretty much pressed up against this edge anyway. So I found I want to scratch this thing. Found a hole saw, correct size, mounted the board, and then what I do is I take the hole saw and I will line it up perfect. Obviously it's a little bit smaller than the lip of the gauge, so you may be saying, hey, that's not lined up. Well, it is. And then I will take a marker and I'll mark dead center on there, and that'll give you a accurate reading where the gauge is going to be. And then the wood, we have something to drill into, and that'll work as our pilot. Well, I'm going to get this drilled out, and then we'll check back with you and see how the gauge fits in there. I believe I will have to do a little bit of trimming with this, but very little. I don't want to kill the neighbors by chopping off a 1/4 inch circle. So, all right, we'll check back in. All right, the power of videos. Some hours later, I'm back, and we shaved the holes and got my gauge sizes all accordingly. These two gauges are just for mock-up. This one will stay. So everything came out pretty good. So what I used was the hole saw I showed you seconds ago, but hours ago. I've also used a pneumatic die grinder. Used a half-round file. Also used a rat tail file. An air saw. A sanding flapper wheel to smooth everything out. I got a lot of tools here. And then a little Wizard wheel with a Scotch-Brite pad, you know, for some cleanup here. So this is the dash. What I'll do is let me jump off this and get it mocked up in the car with some of the gauges that are going to go in it, and show you how a 31 Chevy dash looks in a Model T. I think it looks pretty cool, but we'll let you decide. OMG, I love it. There's a lot of shadows. I'm sorry. Let me try to get a better view here. But this dash looks freaking killer. Like before, only the left gauge is the one that's staying. All the other ones are mock-ups. The other ones will be more crisp and clear. Trying to find a good filming location for this. But this thing looks absolutely stellar. Yeah, this dash is definitely a lot better than the stock T dash, in my opinion. What do you guys think? So, let me get my famous pointer out right here, because the car's going to be, you know, metal flake gold. I'm going to do this inside rail here, this right in here. Let me try to get that. That's going to be gold as the body color, and also gold in here, and then the rest of the dash, both the coves and the top rail, is going to be the black metal flake, micro flake. I think that'll look pretty cool. So I may have to figure out some switches for it, because I'm gonna have to have headlights and starter switch. That key, like I said just seconds ago, that's for the magneto, just to so the car's able to start. But yeah, I'm loving it. I hope you do too. Drop some comments what you think about it. This is a dash I had from my girlfriend's 31 Model A pickup, which in there it fit perfect, but you know, the T's a little bit narrower, so I had to modify it. So looking good, looking good. A little sneak peek on the car again. Well, nothing much else new. Do have the visor on. Been working on the 36. I apologize, I haven't been filming much. I've just been doing a lot of jumping around on that car. So anyway, well, this is going to conclude the video. Just wanted to share what we got going on here. I needed to unplug and work on this car for a little bit, and had some fun for a few hours today. All right, guys. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Oh shit. What would Bo and Luke do?